Take 150.
Welcome to Rock Dads with Paul Castro, aka the Identity Crisis. And he is a musician slash podcaster. He's an awesome guy to talk to. He's just a great friend, and we're so happy to have him on the podcast. Welcome, Paul.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Rock Dads!
Rock Dads. Rock Dads.
We already have 2 warnings on TikTok.
Really? That's because of the
Because we had Shannon here. Shannon the other day. Shannon can drink, man.
She can hold it down.
She's Irish. She's half Irish.
Oh, wow.
Anyways,
listen, I'm half French and half German, and those things are both drinking cultures. Let me tell you.
Schnapps. Peppermint schnapps. Peach schnapps.
I'm going to tell you the funniest thing that I
Hold
heard.
on. Can you hold up the number 3 with your hands? Oh, maybe you're more French than German, because German is this.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
I learned that from Inglourious Bastards.
I'm definitely probably more French.
such a good movie. That's actually a really good movie.
So good. So good.
I'm still scared of Joubert.
Isn't that with Brad Pitt or something?
Brad Pitt.
He did a good job there.
Yeah, and my favorite actor, whose name escapes me right now.
Yeah.
Is it Christoph?
Christoph Waltz.
Christopher
he-
Waltz.
He's so good.
Absolutely killed
Yeah,
that
yeah,
movie.
Yeah, he's
Killed it.
amazing.
Yeah.
He's amazing. I'm still scared of him for sure.
Oh, he's so good. So
is
good.
good.
But did you see him in Django Unchained?
I did. Yes, I
He
did.
plays a good guy extremely
Yeah.
well.
Yep.
So
Do
he,
you know Leo smashed the table so hard that he cut himself in the middle of that scene when
they
he was
keep
at the
that
table,
scene?
the dinner
I did
table?
not
He punched it and he
did not know
kept
that.
talking and he was bleeding and it was all real blood.
wow.
Yeah, it was like a Tom Cruise moment when Tom Cruise ran across the 2 building tops and did that impossible stunt of parkouring, and he broke his foot when he landed, and that was the take that they kept.
Yeah,
So-
you gotta keep that, right? You
Right?
know, like
Yeah.
that's respect for the art.
Yeah, he walked over to the director and said, "Did you get that? Was that the take?" And thankfully, it was the take because his foot was broken.
Wow.
Right, let's
Oh
do
my
it.
goodness.
You get it?
Yeah. Welcome, Paul Castro, aka the Identity Crisis.
What's up, everybody? How you doing?
We're so thrilled to have you on today.
It is
You
such an
are-
honor and a privilege to be on the Rock Dads podcast. Man, you guys. Okay, I mentioned this to you guys before when we started pouring the drinks. I mentioned that like musicians tend to be like sort of like this, right? They tend to be music minded. You guys have this comedy gene between you two. And you guys have like, there's something there, man. I don't even know how to explain it, but I am honored to be here in your presence.
thanks. Oh,
you guys
thanks,
are
Paul.
you guys are hilarious and talented.
I can
Thank
hug
you,
you, but I
thank
can
you.
hug this guy.
Well, right
You
back
hug me
at you.
after. I appreciate that.
Thanks for accepting our invitation. We gotta talk a lot about our stuff. Anyways, we're good. Okay, let's start this podcast.
Yeah.
Which we tried to start for the last 3 hours.
I'm just curious. Has anybody, Paul? I'm going to start with you. Did you watch the Grammys?
I saw some of the performances. I did not sit down from 7 till 10 to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did see some of what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in a different time.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's very diplomatic of you. Did you see it?
I watched it. I'm not a big fan of Justin Bieber going in shorts. I
Right.
don't know what was that. What was that?
I don't know. I think we could use a little more clothing sometimes.
Yeah.
But,
It sucks. It's like me at home, like in boxer shorts.
I know. Then again, maybe men complain when other men take their clothes off, but I don't think women are complaining, you know?
Picasso cut his ear, like but we're getting to this extreme of like in terms of music, and just in my opinion, that it's enough, man. Come on, like you're like bringing this thing to the music that it's not part of the music. It's not, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. That's not hard, man. Like art. I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to be like eclectic and let's do this and it's gotta be fun. But I don't know, man.
Well, does it take away from the music? I mean, it's interesting because I think we touched on this on our last episode, which is that the music industry is very much, especially when it comes to the TV shows that are purportedly part of the music industry, the Grammys,
Right.
America's Got Talent, The Voice, et cetera, et cetera. They exist very much for the purposes of making a show.
Yeah.
And so it was interesting because, and absolutely zero shade here. Okay, I'm going to put this, I'm going to qualify this statement. So I didn't watch the Grammys, but I looked at all the list of winners. To be honest, I happened to be working late that night. And then I realized the next morning that the Grammys had happened. So but I realized, like, through some of my experiences, that my wife has refused to watch the Grammys with me ever again after the number of complaints that I've logged on one watching. So the last time, speaking of Bieber, was when Justin Bieber won, I believe it was Best Rock Recording, in the same category that Radiohead's In Rainbows was nominated for. And Bieber took the award. So I'm looking at that, I'm going,
What
like,
album was he doing at that time?
I mean, this is earlier. This is like one of his first records, maybe second record or something. And I'm going, like, this is like Best Rock Recording. Like, come on.
Right.
And I thought, this is one of their career defining moments that, basically has now been, looked over. And the same thing, in my opinion, happened at the Grammys this past week, where the Beatles were nominated in the category. And they were nominated alongside a lot of other people. And this is no shade. Kendrick Lamar won.
A bunch of them.
Best rock.
Oh, it wasn't rock. It was kind of best song, I think, is one of those, or best recording. And I look at it and I go, this is the first Beatles release in 30 years since the anthology first came out.
Right.
And they released the song. And this was like their last moment to release anything.
Yeah.
And they lost.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's the Beatles.
I wonder if the judges were going based on the fact that it was an AI music video.
Interesting.
That's
Tell me
right.
more.
Yeah.
Tell me
If
more.
you watch the video, it is entirely AI, and like it is. I mean, it's great. It's cool to see, especially from a nostalgic standpoint.
Yeah.
It's cool to see the Beatles in their prime.
Mm-hmm.
What appears to be recording a current new song.
Wow.
Yeah. So I wonder if that had something to do with it.
That is really interesting.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah. Good old AI, man.
Yeah. And like, who's signing off on it?
Right. It's definitely the John Lennon estate.
Right.
Oh
right.
my gosh.
No, freaking Yoko again. Yoko.
Can I say something?
We always go back to Yoko Ono.
Full disclosure, my mom passed away back in August, and her birthday was on November 21st. Paul McCartney was playing in the brand new Hamilton, what's the center called? It's the TD, whatever it's called, the TD venue in Hamilton.
Right.
And this was the first show.
No
and
way.
he played there.
Wow.
And I went to go see Paul McCartney in the flesh.
Wow.
I was literally like 40 feet from this guy.
No way.
And this guy did all the hits. He did the Beatles stuff. He did all the Wings stuff.
Wow.
That's awesome.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I think I'm cool with Kendrick taking home Song of the Year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because like it's like the Beatles had their heyday for sure.
Yeah. They had
for
their
sure.
time.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a good perspective, actually. And your mom obviously was a massive McCartney fan or Beatles fan.
I was named after Paul McCartney.
Oh, really?
Okay,
That's amazing.
my name is Paul. My stage name is the Identity Crisis,
Paul.
but my real name is Paul. Paul.
Instead of the Liverpudlian
Liverpool.
accent.
Yeah. My Liverpool accent is Australian. I was named after Paul McCartney.
Wow.
And so he played on my mom's birthday in Hamilton, and I really wanted to go take her. Unfortunately, she passed in August.
Yeah.
I ended up going. Shout out to Jasmine, Virginia, for helping out with that ticket, because they were not cheap.
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, it was really cool to see one of the Beatles in the flesh.
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And The dude played for 3 hours.
Yeah,
and
man.
his band is so good.
Tight.
How old is he? He's 80? Something, almost 80?
I think he's 83.
That checks out.
That's
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
My grandfather died at 84.
Wow.
Really?
Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him.
I actually think
It's like
though,
a young guy.
the longer that you can make something like a career that you love and you can do without really, regretting going to work every day, I think you can live a long life. I think of that with John Williams. John Williams is in his 90s and he's conducting music and making new pieces. And I'm like, I totally want to be like that someday.
Yeah.
Like take that approach of being, vital and not really ever retiring, essentially. Like,
Right. Yeah.
just continuing. And I can imagine, like, obviously with Paul McCartney, like, he doesn't need to go on tour. He doesn't need to make new music, but it excites him, obviously.
He loves it, man.
Right?
He
Yeah.
loves it. He ate it up, man. And the crowd, like, he closed with Hey Jude.
Oh my
And
gosh.
can I tell you, that was my mom's favorite song.
Wow.
And this dude, he extended the
Killed it.
extended version.
The outro's already like,
the nanas. Oh my gosh. All of Hamilton was singing that.
Let's do it for half an hour. Na, 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 na.
I think that's what keeps you young, man. If you like this is a song that you wrote in your basement or your living room or your bathroom
Yeah.
on the toilet.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
And these people are singing along to that vocal riff for 47 minutes. You know what I mean? Imagine that.
Imagine the guy in the backstage. We're being paid for 3 hours. We're gonna extend Jude for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Let's do this. Whoever stops is not gonna get the cash.
Plus $10,000 for every minute over curfew.
right. Remember James Brown used to fine his band
Oh
if they
my
made a
gosh.
mistake?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you turn around and go like that and it'd be like $5 off your paycheck. And he would just
Wow.
work into his dance moves. Like, they're like, you get me a mistake on the guitar. Ha!
Wow.
James
That's
Brown was a
crazy.
different breed, man.
He was. He
There
was.
we keep talking about this interview.
You seen that
did, like,
interview in the 80s with James Brown?
When he was being very
and
disrespectful
cocaine
to women.
was completely
It's a man's world. And the interviewer's like, yeah, thanks for reminding us. We forget
James
to.
Brown is the king. Rest
I'm
in peace.
good.
Yeah.
I like when he goes like, and I make love good.
Yeah. I look good. Why do you think the ladies love you, James? And he's
he's
like, because I
funny.
look good. I smell good.
I smell good.
I make love good. And they're like, well, you just heard it from the source himself.
Oh man, it was those shades. It was the shades that he was wearing in that.
Oh, my
interview.
gosh.
And
Oh,
the
my-
and
oh,
the
yeah.
and the cape he was
He
wearing. He
was,
was
so
wearing the
high.
cape on.
He was really high. Like you can see
there's
it.
on something.
And-
And then they talk about the gospel magazine.
Yeah.
And then he like, oh yeah, we have a gospel magazine out of Atlanta, Georgia, headed by the Reverend Ted Kennedy. Ted, well, yeah.
Kelly, what are you?
Hardest working man in show business for sure.
Yeah.
So funny. It was different, man. That guy was some kind of like a different alien.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's weird because, you have this antithesis now where you can't get away with stuff like that anymore.
No, he definitely
Certainly
can.
not like in the entertainment industry, you'd be taken down pretty quickly. You're at top levels. You get found out pretty quickly and people would pretty much cancel you. But that's interesting because you had a lot of that like strangeness and really bizarre people that were in the music industry. I think Michael Jackson was another one where very, obviously had a weird life. And so he turned into someone who was a bit of a recluse and like kind of, a little bit strange, eccentric.
Yeah.
And yet the music was so brilliant. And I wonder if there's a kind of a correlation like with this kind of nicety culture, if we're kind of getting into that music that's also safer, if overall everything's getting safer because of the narrowing of what is acceptable. And I'm not condoning being completely unacceptable, but
Right. Yeah. No, you're right about that. I mean, name one current pop record that is coloring outside of the box.
Yeah.
can't do it.
Exactly.
It's not pop. That's right.
I mean, there are some guys that are definitely, some people that are definitely doing it. Like Billie Eilish is coloring outside of the box.
Yeah.
Post Malone is definitely outside of the box.
Oh yeah. Yes.
But that's two.
Yeah.
You know what? See, I'm not a big fan of Billie Eilish.
Okay.
But
Neither am I.
I'm now
Neither am I.
a big fan of Post Malone.
Interesting.
Just because he actually, that guy was always a rocker.
Yeah.
You can see it inside. You can see, you know, I'm a rock artist, and you can see it, right? There was always rock inside that guy. And this
Absolutely.
thing that they did for Ozzy Osbourne, I don't know if you watched.
I saw it. I absolutely saw
I'm
it.
so glad. First of all, a big shout out to Nuno Betancourt.
Rest in peace.
Nuno Betancourt and Ozzy
From
Osbourne,
Extreme,
rest in peace,
yeah.
Obviously. From Extreme,
Obviously,
because he
yeah.
won a Grammy for he won a Grammy for our country.
Cheers.
Nuno
Cheers.
Betancourt.
Cheers. That was good.
Dad jokes are us.
We gotta get sued because of that. No. But I'm very happy for Nuno Betancourt because he actually won a Grammy, and it represents a Portuguese community or Portugal in general.
Was he in like born in Portugal and came over, or was
That's
he
a
of
really
Portuguese
good
descent?
question.
Or?
I don't know. I don't know. But I know that his family, they're all Portuguese from Azores. And man,
Whoa,
it represents Portugal, man. Like,
That's a
come
little
on, man.
extreme, brother.
You know what? Talking about Portugal, man. I have my sporting jersey today, buddy. No. And actually, before I
The
know that
rock dads are
Portugal.
looking for sponsorships.
Exactly. Before we go, I just want to do a big shout out for these people in Portugal that they're suffering with the floods, and there was a lot of people like with no houses, like everything went crazy. So yeah, I hope you guys are good, and we're here for you guys. And yeah, and overall, man. Oh, and sorry, I had another one shout out for my good friend Carolina, that she released a single yesterday, and it's #1 on iTunes already.
No way.
She surpassed Taylor Swift in Portugal. She
Yeah, she
surpassed.
did.
Oh man, she surpassed
Nice.
everybody. Carolina, big shout out. Anyways, but
Shout out name the single.
Poetas. Really good song, man. Like
Amazing.
very traditional. They did like a revamp on the traditional thing, and yeah, she's doing great and good for her. But yeah, Nuno Betancourt was like, I was so happy, man. The guy won the Grammy because of that song. Him, Youngblood, and all these guys, all these old folks from the rock.
Yeah.
Rock
Was
is-
it a live recording or was it a studio recording?
No, they played live. Well,
And they won for best performance, right?
I think so. I don't want to say yes, but because I was off sleeping already. but
I don't watch the Grammys. I appreciate that they're out there doing their thing.
what do you guys think about Youngblood? Like,
Shout out to Youngblood, who's going to usher in, I believe, the pendulum swing back to rock and roll, because I think rock and roll has been laying dormant.
boy, that's it.
Rock and roll has been laying dormant for what, 20 years?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
20
man.
I
years.
remember,
it's
honestly-
been trap, it's been hip hop, it's been EDM.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We haven't had a big, I mean, like they can say Imagine Dragons, they do their thing,
Yeah.
but we haven't had like a straight up rock and roll band that's really been dominating since Linkin Park.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Right? Think about it.
It's
I mean,
been
we've-
more underground.
Yeah,
for 20 years.
What's the name of that band? They kind of sound like Zeppelin.
Oh, I know exactly
Oh,
what you're
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. I know too.
That they have the guy with
And
the
they
curly
look
hair.
like it too.
Yeah.
Greta
Greta Van Fleet.
Greta Van Fleet,
Greta Van
yeah,
Fleet.
yeah,
Shout out
yeah.
to Greta Van Fleet. But we
Yeah.
need something new that's going to be innovative in rock
Absolutely.
and roll.
Yeah.
That is going to, like take it by the horns.
100%.
We need another revolution, man. We need another 90s revolution. We need
Yep.
we need another Nirvana to kind of take the reins. You know what
I think
mean?
it's coming, honestly.
I believe it. I've been
You
saying
know?
this for like 12 years.
Because it's like you don't really pound your fist to a lot of other music. Like rock and roll is very, I'm gonna say like orgasmic. Actually, like it's such a release.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
absolutely.
listen to rock and roll, and like you're having a bad day, it's like, this is amazing.
Right.
And
Yeah.
a lot of other music is like you're thinking, you're bobbing your head, but you're not really like rah. Like
Maybe it'll be My Sugar.
you know.
You never know.
That's why we're taking so long making our first album.
Amazing.
I had someone tell me, I remember like having a very serious conversation with me a couple years ago about the band, and they were like, why are you doing this music? It's rock. It's out of fashion. You shouldn't be doing it. You should be doing something that's actually relevant. And I remember like going,
Stick to your guns, bro.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Like I'm okay with being more niche.
Yep.
And in some ways, when enough people pay attention to the niche, it's like that little thing, that little hip thing that eventually blows up.
Yeah.
That's about to happen,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I hear you. It might be Vaxxo.
It could be.
It could be
I think
We're
Vaxxo.
actually
It's
working
a-
on something.
Yeah,
very,
yeah.
very 90s actually.
I told them on the way here, like,
Yeah.
prepare to get fully vaccinated.
Vaxxo Rose.
Vaxxo Rose.
Well, here's the deal.
Wait, Portuguese democracy.
Oh my
Want
god.
to talk about that?
Oh my
There's
God.
a lot to talk about democracy, Portuguese democracy.
Amazing.
No, but it's funny. I know that you're into rap and stuff like that, but I appreciate the fact that
I'm
you're
into rock and roll, bro. I'm into
everything.
both. I'm into
Yeah,
both.
no,
That's why I
was
use
about
the
to say
name The
that.
Identity Crisis,
Yeah.
because I mix everything.
Everything. I
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
your
That's the whole
stuff.
vibe.
Yeah,
right?
man.
So like
that's
it's
awesome.
I try to get my feet wet in all kinds of genres.
Yeah, I've seen.
And I kind of want to ride the wave.
You
Yeah.
never know when we can do a thing together. All three.
This is destined to happen.
It's about
Beyond this podcast. Beyond this podcast.
I think we just set something in motion.
We did.
Right?
We did. And it's crazy because like I've known Ben for probably 16 years.
Something crazy like
yeah,
that.
something like that.
Yeah.
We kind of met through Ben. For those that don't know, Ben mastered one of my singles called "Empty" back in 2011, and he's known Vaxxo since 10 years ago, 2016.
2016. Yeah.
And we just realized that we know each other through alternate channels beyond music. Beyond music. This is
wild.
Yeah, this is written in the stars, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
That will be so fun.
Yeah,
Oh my
absolutely.
Can you invite it?
Come on now.
No whiskey involved. No whiskey.
What do you
involved.
mean? What do you mean?
All
I'm
the
buying
whiskey
17
involved.
bottles and I'm
Thank you.
bringing them.
Just for that, he's buying 17 bottles.
Case of a crate.
a case of Bushmills and Writer's
Oh, my
Tears.
God.
That's
so
Bush
funny.
League right there.
No, hey, you guys starting something. I don't want to get involved. I'm just saying. That's it.
Wanna be starting something. Wanna be starting something.
And then Paul McCartney right after.
Oh, man.
We do a mix.
Why
we do
did they
a mix.
write a 47-minute song that just loops?
Hey, I
We
was
made an
actually-
album out of a single.
I was actually listening to Dave Grohl yesterday, and he has a song, 20 minutes song. And he does like
Wow.
this fusion. He's playing drums, and he does this fusion. Emily was in the car. He's like,
I think I've heard that one actually.
why do
Is
we
this
have
a
to
Foo
listen
Fighters
to
song?
No, it's Dave Grohl himself. And he created these it's like it's rock, but it's like a fusion thing, and he mixes things, and he's playing drums, and he's so good, man. And Emily was in the car with me, and she's like, "Daddy, it's past 15 minutes. This song is so long."
That's a real throwback, man. That's a real throwback.
Dave Grohl is so
Right.
apparently the
One of my heroes. Absolute
so
heroes.
good, man.
Absolute heroes.
You know what? Everybody talks shit. Sorry. About him,
Who?
but
Who? I'll fight you.
Man,
I'll fight you.
No, lately because he had some personal issues and stuff like that. He's a rock star. What do you expect from a rock star? Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
expect that.
Plus, yeah, exactly. Like people, I know. I'm not condoning what
Yeah.
he did, but I mean,
He's played in two of the biggest bands in all
the
of
world.
alt rock.
Yeah,
Nirvana and the Foo Fighters.
absolutely.
no
Right?
kidding.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
So this song is older. It's an older song, but he's doing such a good job on this song. Like he did such a good job.
Do you know when I started really respecting the Foo Fighters? Was when they released that double album, which was acoustic and
electric,
rock on
yeah.
one side.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, this is like so thoughtful, and like you really see the range of the musicians, because as lay people often go, that's just their genre. They couldn't possibly do that thing. We like pigeonhole them, and it was a really good like diversifying thing. And then I saw the documentary of the making of the album with, what was that song? White Ladder? It's the making of one of their albums. They recorded with Butch Vig. They did it all analog.
Okay.
They recorded in their homes to tape. And
Like Vig, is this Nirvana? Or is this Foo Fighters?
it's no, so this is in Foo Fighters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is basically something that came out, I want to say 15 years ago documentary. It was in the theaters.
Was it Sound City?
No, it was before that.
Okay, before Sound City. Okay.
Yeah, it was the making of basically one of their albums,
Okay.
and showed their whole behind the scenes. Like they were recording the album in, I think it was Dave's house,
Okay.
and they would take breaks and play with their kids in the pool, and then they would continue making the album, and they literally just re-outfitted their house, their whole lower level, to be a studio analog API console.
That's crazy.
Like did it the right way. The album sounds like really the way
Which
a rock
album is
record
it?
should. It's got like red and black on the cover, and it's got a song called, I think it's called White Ladder, and is one of the singles.
Those guys are good, man.
And this is the period where they actually had fans make music videos for them.
Right.
So they had
this rings a
right,
bell,
and then there was one video that the fans made, and they had like not Muppets, but kind of like Muppet versions of a Foo Fighters in this music video, and they were like in space somehow, and it's all very psychedelic sounding when I say it out loud. But
in the 2010s, mind you.
Yeah, in the
Probably,
2010s.
yeah.
But I really just I developed a lot of respect for them, seeing the process. And I always find that with bands, and I actually think it's really important for artists to show a little bit behind the scenes. We were talking about that earlier, kind of people seeing your personality is really important.
Right.
But then people seeing like your process and like how you are actually getting down to the work and putting the pieces together. And it's almost like a little hidden thing that people can glimpse in on. And
it's the actual hook, man, because people don't care about talent anymore.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
right.
They don't care about how good you can sing. They don't care about how well you can play the guitar. They don't care about how well you can play the drums. They don't care about how well you can produce. They want to know what you had for breakfast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're in that era, right? We're in Idiocracy.
Absolutely.
Idiocracy was an absolute documentary.
Yeah.
Right.
And they care. They want to know about like you personally.
Yeah.
You know what? But that's
Totally.
sad, man. That's sad because it kind of takes a little bit out of the music.
It does.
You know what I mean? Like
does.
they're more interested, like in knowing what you did for breakfast, like you said, than what you do, like in your professional life, like in the music. And you're right. Like they can write a song that it's a beautiful song, like technically very nice, but if they write something simple and catchy, they don't go for the technical song. They go for the catchy stuff.
If technique mattered, classical music would be dominating right now.
Absolutely.
Jazz music would be dominating right now.
Yeah.
And nobody cares about that stuff.
I'm a big-
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
right.
a big fan of this song,
You're right.
this band, Dream Theater. I don't know.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Dream Theater is
Of
like.
course.
I'm not a big fan of like Portnoy coming back. Hey, for the Dream Theater guys, I you know what? I don't want to say but Portnoy is really good, but it's too much. Now he's starting this thing with Rush. I was actually talking to
Is he
a
playing
friend.
drums for Rush?
No, there's a girl playing drums for Rush now.
Okay.
And they gotta go on tour, and she's
Is she a
top
TikToker?
notch, man. I can't remember her name. She's top. And apparently Portnoy, which is the drummer for Dream Theater, because they're fusion kind of thing, like is starting crap. Because he looks like he's jealous of like Rush. Rush is Rush, buddy. Rush is Rush. Don't mess around with Rush. It's Canadian. Right? It's Canadian. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's this Dream Theater thing, like it's the fusion thing, the rock thing, and they're really good, but we'll see what's gonna happen.
You know what I think? I actually wonder, I mean, if you trace this back, like just psychologically speaking, okay, so if you close your eyes while you're listening to music, your brain activity goes up like 50%. So they hook people up to brain scans and they show how much more happens when you close your eyes when you're listening to music.
Yeah.
And so I wonder, back before there were music videos, people had all they had was an album cover with maybe an artistic shot of the band, if that.
Yeah.
Maybe they're in the shadows, you can't even really make them out. You have to entirely use your imagination to picture the music, to picture what they're playing, like what accoutrements they have on stage or in the studio rather. and you're sort of like you're using your imagination, and it's engaging all these sides of you. And then you have like a physical product like a vinyl, and that's a whole thing. And then we get
that
to
album cover. The album
Right?
cover was always such like the artwork was
Absolutely.
such a huge thing back
So
in the
pivotal.
70s and 80s, right? Yeah.
and like this large, like you got this large picture of the band. You'd have sometimes a little pullout, and you'd get a few pictures from behind the scenes and stuff like that, but it really wasn't a lot.
right.
And what's happened, I think 1980 roughly, MTV,
Yeah.
not to trash an MTV, but all of a sudden, you got to be an actor.
I love my MTV. Yeah, Dire Straits, man.
Good
Dire
old
Straits
Sting,
and
man.
Sting. Yeah.
That's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, continue.
No. Exactly. And it's like this thing where all of a sudden we had to add this to our repertoire as musicians. And then it was just part of the job. And if you wanted a song to go, viral, quote unquote, in the equivalence of today, you would have to have a great music video. And to me, it's like, okay, it's almost like an obligation. All the musicians I know, it's like this other side that they've had to learn. It's not necessarily their first port of call. Like it's like it's like out of necessity that we have to do this. So that happened, and then we lost music videos for a few years, and it was like 5 years, and then we got YouTube, and then music videos kind of made a resurgence, and Vimeo and everything. But then social media was introduced, and all of a sudden you had to then show people who you were even further. So you have the video, then you have behind the scenes, you have to show people more and more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
And the music gets pushed further and further away from
Content creation became primary.
Yeah. And this thing over here is like a byproduct or something. It's something that's not the primary focus. And it's something that, I don't know, like the music itself, even with regards to like how you push music online as an artist, it's very difficult to get people to actually care, to listen to a whole song, to like sit down.
You got to front load, man. You got to front load, right? You got the chorus has to be first now.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a crazy time. There used to be a
100%.
slow burn, right? Slow burn chorus is like the climax.
Yeah.
Right? But now you have to front load. You have to hit them right in the face
Right in the face.
with that
Exactly.
climax right
Yeah.
off the bat, right?
Pretty much. Yeah. Just to get taken seriously at all.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's
Got to
funny.
hook them.
It's changing.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because both of you guys are songwriters, both of you guys are producers. For you, 2026, right now, what comes first? Lyrics or melody?
I don't know what you. I have an answer for that. I think it's melody.
Melody. I agree.
100%.
I think that's what people pay most attention to.
Absolutely.
I would say that, I don't feel comfortable putting something out if the lyrics suck.
Agreed.
So there's that kind of thing. But in terms of the writing, it's always, I'm playing a musical line, maybe it's keys or guitar, and then I'm thinking of a great melody, and then I'm filling in the gaps with lyrics.
Yeah, agreed.
And it kind of, you're right, it has to sort of go from there. It's like you build the structure of the house, and then you fill it with furniture.
Yeah.
I agree.
In a sense, right? And,
I agree.
And so, but
Interesting.
yeah.
Because we're in a weird time. We're in a, like I mentioned, like you have to front load.
Yeah.
You have to catch them in that first 7 seconds.
Right.
If you don't catch them in the first 7 seconds, they are going to, maybe even the first 3 seconds, they're going to skip to the next song on Spotify or Apple Music or Tidal, whatever they're using, right?
Totally.
You have to catch them right off the bat.
And is it 30 seconds minimum for Spotify to count it as an actual stream?
It is 30 seconds. Isn't that crazy?
So you can make 0.008 cents.
We're living the
Is it
dream,
that
guys.
much? Oh my gosh.
So apparently now it's 0.008 cents. I'm rich.
They've increased it to 8 from 6, except
Wow.
they moved the 0 one place over.
Leave It All Behind, featuring Grits and Jasmine Virginia from Polarity, is on every platform right now. Check it out.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great song. It's a great song.
You know, I
Mastered by the master, Mr. Ben Pelchat, right
Oh,
here.
my goodness.
AKA,
said
hold on, what's your AKA again?
Turbo Zebra.
Turbo Zebra. Turbo Zebra.
That's my remix alias.
That's right.
Yeah.
it's funny because we both work with him, and is such a, it's not. I'm not saying this because he's my partner in crime on the podcast and on the music for many years now, but is an excellent person as a person.
He is, man.
heart-wise,
He is. He truly is.
And an excellent producer. I'm not trying to brag here. It's and he's a friend. This guy knows what he's doing. Wow. It's funny because the last
likewise,
song,
guys.
we won awards together, and we been working together for so long, and every time we create something new, it makes it so easy for me. For other artists, for you, for sure, and for other people. And this guy, you know.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Juno and Grammy are next.
Juno is the next.
There we go.
Juno is
I'm rooting for you guys, man. I'm rooting for us.
For us. Hey. There's something in the air. I'm telling you, dude, you guys started this. Now I'm not going to back down.
We're going to make it happen, man. We're going to make it happen.
Yeah, 100%. but it's this guy is great, man. It's not because he's our friend. And
he's the reason why we're here as a collective right now. Ben, thank you so much, man. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys. Honestly, just being here, I'm humbled by all of your comments. Thank you.
I can see when we're dying, when we're like the last minute, we gotta have all these podcasters.
It'll be rock granddads at this point, right? Like we're saying.
Hey, we don't have too much from there. Like you still have like 20 more years, more or less.
Wow.
We're 20. We're 25.
Yeah. Maximum. Yeah.
Jeez.
It definitely wasn't.
I'm 73, so.
You look good.
I'm Asian, bro. It's the Asian genetics, man.
Wow.
It's the Irish whiskey. And the no stress. That's what it comes down to.
That's right. Yeah.
Living a stressed life.
Yeah, that's true.
Stress for your life. That's how you.
You're representing Philippines too. Like, it's top. I've been working with Filipino people for many years. I love them, man. You guys are great.
Mostly on recipes for fried rice.
Nah. You guys are good. You guys are really good.
I still love like certain cultures are kind of like by other cultures are sometimes distilled down to their national dishes and things like that.
True.
I'm like, come
it's
on.
True.
But
like Italians, pizza. It's like, come on, guys. Like, how long?
You know what? The funny thing is, we were talking before the show, and you told me that you're half Portuguese too, and that's it, man. Half Portuguese is like 50%.
That's all Vasco needs to hear.
Just FYI, I'm on a diet and I started with 3 custards today.
Oh, wow. Pastel de nata?
Wow. Yeah, man. 3 of them. Because my daughter was like, oh, these ones are not that good. Don't worry. I'll take care of them.
You want the sweeter ones.
They don't make vegan because they take care.
Yeah,
it's made of eggs. But you would love it, man. You would love it. I will turn you into a
non-vegan.
They're delicious, man.
You have to get in my mouth first.
Sure,
of course, man.
Oh.
Filipinos have a similar custard. And I can't remember what it's called, but there's a Filipino custard that tastes very similar to Portuguese custard.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of influences, like the world, man. It's not Portuguese. It's like...
It's an amazing melting pot now. The world.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
There's a lot to be thankful for. Yeah, a friend, actually a mutual friend of ours, posted on social media that it's okay.
Who is this? Do a shout out.
Rachel.
Shout out to Rachel.
Yeah. Rachel Bond. Hey, Rachel.
Oh, Rachel Bond.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What's up, Rachel?
She's a peach.
She's a country. She's
she's doing some country now. Yeah, and we've done a bunch of pop recordings together and all kinds of stuff. I've been friends with her and working with her for 13 years now.
Jeez.
And she's a gem. And she posted this great thing on her social media.
One of the dopest vocalists.
Oh my gosh!
Locally, like straight up, like there's nobody touching.
She's a dopalist.
Dopalist, yeah.
I never met her actually.
Oh man, she's amazing.
You've been talking about her.
Yeah,
but I never met her like in person.
She's great. She can do R&B. She can do country. She can do rock. She can do like just about anything and everything.
Just pop. Like you, man. Like you do everything.
I don't know about that, man.
Nah, yeah, of course you do. Of course you do.
I want to hear the Identity Crisis country album.
Oh boy.
You know what? You will be surprised.
I'm actually working on a country album right now. Shout out to
You are?
Christina Miter. Yeah, we're
Nice.
working
That's
on
it.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
country album right now.
Yeah.
You know what? It's real music.
It
real
is, man.
instruments,
It
right?
is. Yeah.
It's an awesome genre in that way, right?
It is
you do
killing
it
right now. Look at Florida Georgia Line.
Mm-hmm.
Look at like what Post Malone's doing.
Yeah,
like it is
absolutely.
a mix. It is a mix
Completely.
of everything.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we are a far cry from like what they were doing in the 60s and 70s. It's
Yeah.
we're in a different era. It is definitely hip hop influenced.
Yeah.
It's its own thing now.
Totally. Yeah. I think it was Luke Bryan a few years ago who put a hip hop beat behind his.
Yeah.
And the only thing country about it was his vocal. And it was like a twang.
And maybe some of the slides into the notes on the guitar.
Right. Yeah. Just little hints,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know.
but-
I'm into Chris Stapleton.
Oh,
Staples
yeah.
is dope, man.
Yeah, he's
Dude,
great.
that guy, that voice, man.
Listen to that voice.
I put it playing like we play these like every single day.
Yeah.
I actually bought the album because, his voice is so smooth. His songs are like so relaxing. It's nothing like I love country. Don't get me wrong, but for some reason,
but he's not as bad as he used to be.
that song is great, man.
Yeah.
Holy,
Very, very well played.
Thank you.
yeah. Go ahead.
I think he's a rock and roll singer. At the end of the
Absolutely.
day,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
an
yeah.
absolute. He's straight up a rock and roll
Yeah,
singer.
yeah.
He's a gem.
Yeah.
He's a gem.
I don't know, man. He's really good. My wife is in love with him. I think she loves him more. To be
know
to
what?
be
More
fair,
than your hat collection.
Foshka, just grow this out
I
a
know,
little,
man.
just
It's
a little here.
It's great,
Right?
man. It's
Come
not
on.
like his. His is dark. Mine
You
is
just need like the 3-foot beard. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I couldn't handle it. It's too much. It's too much for me. Can you imagine a rock album with
I
me with a
know.
beard like ZZ Top?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Hey, ZZ Top is ZZ Top, man.
I know.
Yeah.
But I want to tell you guys this post that Rachel did.
Go ahead.
Sorry to
17
no,
minutes
go
later.
ahead. We'll cut you off there.
just so it's not completely random. It was saying that, it's okay. Like the world is so chaotic right now,
Yeah.
but the world is so awesome right now too. And it's okay to be angry about the state of the world and also like take a bite of your soup and go, this is amazing.
Mhm.
And to be like, wow, this makes me so happy. And you take a warm bath, you read a book, drink a glass of wine, whatever it is, and still hold that place for the anger that you have. And it's all part of the human condition. Like let it all in. And that's how I feel about the state of the music industry as well. It's a good metaphor for that. It's like I'm angry about certain things, the rise of the overuse of AI in ways that are taking away from creatives.
Right.
And yet I'm also celebrating some of the most amazing music that I've ever heard. Have you heard of the band Magdalena Bay?
I have not.
Okay, you have to check them out. They are what I would consider saving pop.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They are
Magdalena
like
Bay.
they are really and very different. I would say they're more like alternative pop. Let me clarify that. It's not like top 40 kind of stuff.
Right.
But absolutely amazing. And when I've heard music like that, it's kind of reinstilled my faith in music as much as I'm mad about a lot of the other stuff that's happening.
Right.
So I feel like that's really good advice. Like we just need to take it all in. We need to have strong feelings about our convictions, and obviously things in the world are changing and we're just going to have to be okay with that. And it's difficult, but I think there's lots to love.
Yeah.
All that to say, I think it's also, even as a music maker, this is the greatest time in history that ever existed.
Definitely as a consumer, right? Everything is at your disposal.
Yeah.
But as a maker, you're right, because we have all the tools that we need.
Not monetarily. Let's put it this way, right? Like we'll put that aside in that other category. But in terms of like what we can do,
Right.
Like I was remarking with my buddy who I'm working on an album with right now, and I was just saying, like, if this was on tape, like if we were recording this 30 years ago, we would be splicing tape on the studio floor, and we would have to go with
an X-Acto knife.
With an X-Acto knife at a 45-degree angle, and we have to compromise because it's like you can only do so much. And then even we were remarking, like we were listening to a track by Bronski Beat, which was their big hit. I'm trying to think of what the name of that song is, but anyways, the big Bronski Beat hit from the 80s. And Jimmy Somerville hits these really high falsetto notes and everything. And for half the performance, he's singing this low falsetto. And I said to my friend, I was like, this to me sounds like today a demo would sound. This is not polished.
Right.
Yeah.
But I talked to a producer out of England that I worked with for a bit, who was remarking about music in those days and how they made music. And he said, we didn't analyze it as much because the tape would degrade every time you played it.
Yeah.
So you had to like have a limited amount of listens and executions for your mix and everything. And then we would just release it. We would record it and we would mix it. Okay, that's pretty great. Okay, let's release it. And they wouldn't obsess over it. Now you can record it and you can modify a billion things before releasing it. It's really hard actually to release things because there's no consequence to playing it over and over again. The tape's not degrading.
Right.
Like you can microscopically see every lip smack in a singer's performance or a million other options that are or a million other things that are going wrong with the recording. And we're just like, we're so zoomed in on everything now that I wonder if there's like, I don't know, we have to be careful not to let the technology, I think, get in the way of the magic, but we have that. It's also amazing to listen to music that is, extreme feats of technology too. Like that is pretty impressive as well, like certain genres of EDM and
it pushes the boundaries of what we can do in all genres. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think so.
I don't know. You guys just said something that it's not better for us in the sense of like, I kind of don't agree with some stuff in the fact that, okay, we have access to a lot of stuff now and it's easy to release stuff.
Yeah.
The problem is because you're releasing, there's like thousands of people releasing at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what, in my opinion,
Every
I
second,
was listening
actually.
to Spotify, somebody talking about Spotify saying that in a day they have like thousands of songs coming in in a regular basis. So for me, I agree with you guys. It's a nice time to be a musician, and as a consumer, even better because you have the option. Oh yeah, I don't like this guy. I'm gonna switch. You switch. You keep switching.
Yep.
But at the same time, I don't think that it's a good time, man. You can.
Well, that's what
disagree.
I'm saying. Like we hold that tension because in some way, you know that book that starts with, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what today is. I would describe it as, and maybe that's been all of history,
absolutely,
for different reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, like it is interesting. Like the wave of AI music that's flooded streaming services, for instance, Bandcamp. This past month has taken a stand and said we're banning all AI music, and you can report music if you think it's entirely AI generated or substantially AI generated. We don't want it on our platform.
That's
and they're going to lose money because of it, but they're standing up for musicians, and I really respect that.
But you can see if it's AI. If you listen to the song a few times, it's so perfect.
Yeah.
There's no a space for mistakes on this type of music, right? I don't know, man. You guys think, starting with you, Paul, for example, because you're the guest, but you think that AI is gotta be a change in the music business, or
absolutely, man. Because like people are going to be, if you know how to write the proper prompts, you can get away with just about murder. You know what I mean? You can get away with just about anything, and but I think people are going to be able to spot it. You know what I mean? Like it's easier to spot with a video, but from an audio standpoint, like it's people are going to be able to get away with murder, and it's not cool.
And it's getting better.
It is getting better,
which is the tricky thing. The one thing that I've noticed about it is that it's trained itself on low resolution files, and you can tell that everything sounds kind of like a badly encoded MP3 from the early 2000s kind of thing. Right?
It sounds tinny, and it sounds like
crunchy or something. Kind of low
the bit
res.
rates. Exactly.
It's not quite there, but like I was really surprised just putting in some prompts, and like it was interesting. This artist showed me a song and said this guy does this really cool music, but I'm not sure if it's AI generated, but it's really great. And we played it back. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is AI generated. And in fact, let's put a prompt in that mimics what he's done here, and put in a prompt. And sure enough, it was like the song started with the same kind of vocalization intro. It was a sort of a new age genre.
Okay.
And then it moved into this, like the lyrics were about the, you know, the earth and sky and, you know, all this stuff. And then it turned into this big chorus. And just honestly though, it's interesting. Have you ever seen the image? It makes me think of the image where they average out the look of people across the world. And they said, this is the most average face. You ever seen that?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Right. And so it's like, here's the most average face. And you look and you're like, okay, it looks, you know, it looks normal, looks average. But this is what AI is spitting out with all of these, with these prompts. It's like, this is and I can say, like, it's really funny because a lot of this stuff reminds me of Eurovision songs and things like that, like big chorus, you know, big drums and everything like that. But then, you know, I'm like, that's really impressive on first listen.
Right.
And on your second listen, you're completely taken out of it. And you go, this is the most generic thing. And I wouldn't give it a second listen. And because it's missing that human connection. And there's something intangible about that, I think, you know?
Well, I have nothing against AI because you can use AI on a good way. Let's put it that way. I just don't agree if we're doing all these work for music and somebody comes in and brings AI and they make thousands of dollars, if not millions. Let's put it that way. Yeah. And we as musicians that we work hard to have our stuff, we now gotta reach that bothers me a little bit. But hey, the problem too, I find, and I saw this the other day, I think I mentioned to you, Timberland.
Yeah.
And there was another producer talking about Suno.
Yes, Suno.
Oh, you know what? Let's use Suno. I use Suno all the time. I don't, you know what? It is what it is. I mean,
it's cool for cleaning up like kick drums and snare drums and hi-hats.
You can use it for that.
Yeah,
yes.
that's cool.
Yeah.
But like for using it for the entire basis of what you're doing.
Like I like the idea of, you know, for instance, you have, you know, a synthesizer with a preset and it's like this, okay, that's that sound, great. But you're at least playing the notes and
right.
And or a sampler. Okay, here's a snare sound, but I'm performing it. So I think that part of the problem is that it's just doing too much for you. And so it's taking away, it's that funny thing of like, it's taking away all the fun jobs.
Yeah.
You know, and even like, I look at Timbaland at his prime, he fetched $300,000 a song.
Yeah.
For just producing plus royalties, plus.
Yeah.
And I look at that and go like,
I mean, Aaliyah and like Pony, what was that guy's name?
you mean
Ride it, my pony. What's his name? Man, I had a little too much to drink.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like he
yes.
had like between Timberlake and like all those clients.
Oh my goodness.
He was doing pretty well.
No kidding. Furtado, he did a Furtado.
Yeah, he did
yeah.
Nelly, yeah.
Yeah.
One Republic.
Missy Elliott, One Republic.
Missy Elliott, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, it was funny. It was sort of early 2000s was like Neptunes, and then it flipped over to Timbaland really quickly, right? It was,
exactly.
Neptunes were making like $500,000 a track.
No way.
Yeah. US.
Neptunes
USD.
were the best,
Wow.
man, too.
They were. They're in court
Pharrell
right now. They're in court right now. Yeah.
Why? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, there's some
Stuff
they're
going on?
fighting over some money stuff. Yeah.
Oh wow.
The Neptunes are the
Chad and
best, man.
Pharrell.
The two guys who really that's too
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Well, Pharrell was part of it, right?
Oh yeah. Big time. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like there was big money back then.
Yeah.
And then I feel like we missed the cutoff. You know what I mean? Can you imagine making $500,000 for a song?
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, it'd be cool. That'd be cool.
I
that'd
will
be
work
chill.
in 2 songs and that's it. I will be
yeah, it'd be good for 10 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Just keep your,
man.
your
That would
living
be
costs.
so
by the way,
fun.
guys, I'm charging $500,000 a song right now.
I love it.
If it's melody, if it's chords, if it's a beat, that's my rate.
There you go.
USD.
or Euros. It's
Euros.
good.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's like 135,000 for the beats. It's 135,000 for the melody. It's like 135,000 for the other part.
it evens out.
Right? Yeah. So when you add them all together,
Solid 500,000
Yeah.
USD.
154 la 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 for 20 minutes.
Wow.
I'll do it.
Could you imagine Paul McCartney producing for Missy Elliott?
I don't even know how much he's making for producing, because he's a
Paul
good
McCartney?
he's a good writer, and he
is.
produces stuff, right?
Yeah.
Still at 80 something.
83 years old.
So I'll tell you, I have a couple of friends who worked with McCartney, and one of them was a violin player who's since passed away, but he was on a McCartney session about 10 years ago, and he went up to McCartney and was like, Paul, do you think I could borrow $1 million? And he's like, I'd lend you $1 million, Jim, but I don't think you'd pay me back.
Wow.
So he's
so much
he's got to have a lot of money, but clearly didn't want to lend. He's not
Well,
the kind of
remember, he
money
lost-
that would lend
He
$1 million.
lost the Beatles
money.
catalog to Michael Jackson. So
That's true, man.
Did you hear the story where Paul McCartney's talking about this? And he's like, yeah, and I talked to Michael Jackson. We were on the music video shoot for Say, Say, Say.
yep. That was his fault,
Right.
man. That was on him.
Right. And
I
he's,
actually like that song.
And Jackson's like, I'm gonna buy you songs, and this is like McCartney impersonating Jackson. I'm gonna buy you songs, and he's like, oh yeah, sure. And then like the next morning, he was like, yeah, I have.
He goes like-
And then they put them in like they put
There's
I
an
think it was-
auction.
right.
Yeah.
And then I
It's
think it
crazy.
appeared in like, was it Revolution was in like a Nike commercial or
Mm-hmm.
something? Or it was one of those things that the Beatles wouldn't have aligned with necessarily. And this is what the publishing loss does. Like Taylor
Right.
Swift lost a little bit of that, like master rights and things like that to her
Yeah.
original.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's like the controlling share of what happens to your music is taken away, and it can be pretty traumatic.
Right.
Bieber actually just sold a couple years ago now. He sold his entire catalog
And
for
Kiss,
publishing
Right.
rights.
Was
Kiss
it 450 he made?
It was 200 and
Okay.
might have been 300 million,
Okay.
somewhere in there.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Kiss
pretty
did
good.
the
hundreds
same.
of millions.
Kiss did the same.
Yeah,
They sold
Yeah.
his
you're
catalog.
smart. Get out while you
Sting-
can. Make some
Sting
money.
sold all of the police stuff. Remember, the rest of them had no say in that. That
Oh,
was
no.
all Sting, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why do you
Yeah.
think he's called that?
I think he made for it.
But you know what? It's funny because when they did the reunion, I was talking to a friend of mine about that not long ago.
2008. I will never forget. I tried to get tickets for the ACC.
Oh, yeah, when they
Those
came to
guys,
Toronto.
they
Oh,
didn't get
yeah.
along. The drummer and Sting alone, they have this attitude.
Yeah.
Like they're superstars. They can work in the same band together.
Yeah,
They had to fly separate
They had to fight
jets, man.
exactly. They
for the new tour.
The 2008 tour.
Oh, wow.
Which is already
Yeah.
18 years ago. Yeah.
they don't get along, man.
They hate each other.
So I saw the drummer. I like Sting, and a solo Sting is really good too.
Yeah.
The drummer, it was there's this thing
Copeland.
you know that stuff that they do like with drummers, they call drummers in to play different songs.
Drumeo.
Drumeo.
Yeah.
And I wasn't a big fan of the guy. This attitude, very like I'm the master.
Yeah,
It
I mean his
didn't-
drumming on those Police records. Let's face it, was
It was
really
really
good.
Especially the 70s stuff.
Oh my gosh!
Like, yeah, those first two records.
yeah, exactly.
Those are so
So good.
influential.
Yeah.
The second record for me had that like spacey vibe or something.
Oh, yeah.
was
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
but they were really.
It's like
They were
Pink
really
Floyd.
cool.
Pink Floyd. It's around
Yeah.
Sunday. But Police is different. Police is more like
Pink Floyd is also amazing, but they've gone through so many iterations. Like I listen to some Pink Floyd, I'm like, yes, and then I'm like, oh, and then do you have this guy in the band? No, he's not in there.
you know
What should I feel?
We interrupt this programming for a quick break.
Is it the Grammys?
yeah.
Oh.
Did you watch
She
the whole
should-
thing?
No, I fell asleep. Like I started, and then Emily was like, "Daddy, I need to go to bed." And I go, "Okay, you go to bed," because. And then I fell asleep. I had 2 whiskeys, and that's it.
Because you're a rock dad.
And we can take it. We can take. No. It was. I was waiting for the Youngblood stuff, and the rest of the rockers. Post Malone was good, man. They did like this thing for Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne. Oh my gosh, so good. One thing that I actually didn't like, Ozzy Osbourne's wife. She was doing an interview. She's like, "Well, Ozzy Osbourne, was so good because she says something on those lines. I'm not 100% sure. I can remember now. At this time of the day, I can remember. But she was saying that Ozzy Osbourne brought the melody to rock. What are you talking about? Ozzy Osbourne brought the melody to rock? You have Iron Maiden that did such good things. You have Judas Priest that did so many things. Actually, Iron Maiden, Bruce Dickinson.
Yeah.
They don't get along because he said at the time, apparently, something like that the show that they had, the Aussies or whatever.
Yeah, the
Ozzy
Osbournes. The Osbournes, yeah.
It was a joke, right? And they don't like him, apparently.
No.
But I'm a big fan of Bruce Dickinson. Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden. I'm a big fan of the guy. And he about melody, that guy knows what he's doing, man. Bruce Dickinson.
Do you remember, was it the cowbell skit on SNL where he goes,
More cowbell?
yes, I'm producer Bruce Dickinson. Yes, the Bruce Dickinson.
That was good, man. That was good. No, I don't know, man. I don't think that Ozzy was good, but he didn't bring the melody. Look, there was a guy, what's his name? Dio?
Yeah, Ronnie James Dio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that guy.
That dude was an opera singer, straight up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Talking about melody,
Yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne was
Well, it's interesting.
I mean, how do you say that the Beatles came before Black Sabbath? You know what I mean? Like, how do you say that yeah. I think she was speaking on his behalf that, like,
of course.
there was definitely melody amongst the noise, which is because that's truly what Black Sabbath was, right?
Yeah.
They were noise. They were. It was heavy blues,
right,
with melodic sort of vocal, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That was what was the first record? Was what year?
69.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I think, yeah.
Because I think what was it? The Beatles' White Album, which I think was 68, somewhere in there, was credited with having the first ever recorded metal song with Helter Skelter.
Yeah, Helter Skelter. Yeah.
Yeah, purportedly, anyways. But I don't know if they were again influenced by. Maybe there was a local scene with Black Sabbath happening or something. I don't know.
I mean, it was still. Let's be honest. The Beatles were influenced by American black music. Right.
Yeah,
they were influenced by blues music,
sure,
right?
Yeah,
like rock and roll. And so, I mean, like, it was definitely a hybrid, something that they were doing, right? Yeah.
Have you heard of the cases of parallel thought? So there's the Rick Rubin talks a little bit about this, right? Where he talks about when it's the time for an idea to happen, and he very much alludes to this idea that we're like a conduit for God. You know, like in terms of our creativity. And you could talk to most musicians and almost everybody will tell you, I mean, some people will just flat out take credit for it, but a lot of people will say, I don't know where it came from. It just kind of flowed through me.
Right.
Like we're tapping into this almost like spiritual stream.
Right. Yeah.
And Rick Rubin was saying ideas are like water, and in that they're trying to find the path of least resistance, like who will let this idea out. And so why you have certain things that seem like they're happening at the same time.
It's just happening at the same time. Yeah.
Right. And like it's the time for that type of thing to happen.
Right. Yeah.
And it's not necessarily plagiarism or anything like that. And
yeah.
So that makes a lot more sense to me. And even like, you know, I've had song ideas and then I go and I hear a Coldplay song and I'm like, they just did that on their album. Not to like take credit for it, but I'm like, I mean, Coldplay seems to do that a lot, but but it's like it was just the time for that particular kind of thing. And I think even the history of music, it's like these, you know, we listen and we like, oh, those chords are really cool. And so more people pay attention to that, and then it sort of leads to this variation that then turns into this other thing. And so the natural evolution of music, I think, moves as well. But I definitely think there's something to, like, when ideas are meant to come out, you know,
they're going to come out in multiple sort of manifestations, right? They're going to come out like maybe even in different locations. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see what the next decade holds. I'm not even sure.
Even there? Like, are we going to get something new?
I don't know. There's been nothing really distinct. I mean,
it's going to have to be a hybrid.
Right? You know what you need? a new album from Yoko Ono.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That's what you want to say. You want something different?
Or should I say,
You want something different? Let's bring Yoko Ono back. You know what? When I'm in my deathbed, I want to hear Yoko Ono so I can die faster. I imagine. Now my brain is. I'm laying down in bed. I'm dying. And my wife is like, what do you want me to do? Bring Yoko Ono album.
I want to hear some primal screaming to lull me into the afterlife.
Bring a Yoko Ono. She's like, but I can't find it anywhere. It's sold out. I don't care.
Here's the funny thing about Yoko Ono. Now, she is very, what's the term? Polarizing. Because I know some people that I very much respect from an artistic standpoint who credit her for bringing such innovation.
Wow.
Yeah, these are words I would not use.
Yeah.
You know.
Huh.
And I don't know where to stand on her. I know how I feel. Like, you go from your guttural sort of instinctual feelings.
Yeah.
I don't really think that she brings much to the table.
Yeah.
But some people do. And people, like I said, people that I respect really feel that she's a trailblazer.
Wow.
What do you guys think?
I'll tell you.
I mean, I know how you feel.
I was watching the concert the other day and I got depressed. I just got depressed. And my kid was like, what is this? And it's something out of this world.
Yeah, no kidding.
Listen, and then you go take a shower to release all those spirits from your body.
Yoko Ono live in concert and in your subconscious.
So I was watching her on not Saturday Night Live, was one of those night shows. She was releasing an album at the time. It was an older thing.
Yeah.
And I think her son was actually playing guitar or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Does he play guitar?
Julian
I don't know.
Lennon
He
or
looked
something,
like,
or one of the
he looked
guys-
like Lennon.
One of the guys, one of her sons plays guitar and is
He had a hit record in the 90s. Like,
You did?
Yeah. He had
I didn't know.
he did a cover of Ruby Tuesday, I think, or something from the Stones.
yeah.
But his I think it's Sean Lennon. Is it Sean Lennon or Julian Lennon? I think it's Sean Lennon. Is his girlfriend Charlotte Kemp Uni, I think her name is. She's a famous bass player for a psychedelic rock band, and she plays. And so it's like there's a whole like DNA of musicians that have stemmed from that camp.
Right.
Really interesting people. And I will say, like, as an artist, I respect her, and I think that she is a disruptor for sure. And it falls into this category of art should make you feel something.
Uyoko?
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, you should definitely kind of like, you should be aroused in some way. I don't mean,
Right. Yeah.
I just mean like
It could be
something in
anger.
you could be
be anger,
arousing
'cause-
anger.
She's too aroused. She has a problem.
Let me,
You know what?
ladies and gents.
She's too aroused.
Yoko just always does this to us.
I mean, the Beatles was already for me to take. Beatles. I'm into Rolling Stones better than Beatles, and you know that. But like,
Yeah.
But when I think Yoko Ono destroyed the Beatles
This is what many people feel. Yeah.
because.
I think it started with like her being, recovering from a car accident and just deciding to set up a recovery bed in the live room of the studio. And then they gave her a talkback mic so she could give feedback to the band. And all the other guys are like, we're not letting our girlfriends in here. And it's nothing personal. It's not because they're girls. It's because they're not part of the band.
Right, yeah.
It's very simple. And then it was like this fifth member of the band wedging themselves into the band.
Yeah.
Without asking, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, completely.
That's John's fault, let's be honest.
Yeah,
It is
John
John's
was
fault.
a bit of a, by all accounts, I think a lot of people say that he was just a bit of a,
What's
a
the
bit of a
word?
douche for letting that happen, right?
I don't know, man. John was actually a really good musician, right?
Yeah.
And Paul too. The other two, they were just.
You know what? Like, here's the thing. Like, you can be like a Ben Pelchat or the Identity
Yeah,
Crisis. If you're in the Beatles, you're still in a band with both John Lennon and Paul McCartney.
Yeah, I
So
know.
like, they're like two of the greatest musicians
Right.
of all
Yeah.
of recent time. You know what
You
I mean?
would look
So like,
pretty like anybody,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
You put Eric Clapton in that band.
Yeah,
You put,
for sure.
Paul Simon in that band.
Yeah.
And you still feel like
yeah.
I'm still in the band.
They'd be third and fourth fiddle, unfortunately.
Right.
Third and fourth fiddle.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like Bob Dylan. I mean, they idolized Bob Dylan for sure.
Okay, so Bob Dylan is another character, kind of like Yoko Ono, in my opinion.
It is.
Like he's an
You're not
amazing,
wrong.
he's an amazing songwriter.
and melody writer.
Yeah, for
when
sure.
when it came down to execution, he had his unique sound.
Yeah,
Let's put it that way.
100%.
Right? Yeah.
I thought it was a joke when I was a kid. My mom would play like Bob Dylan's greatest hits. Like a rolling stone. And I'm always like, my gosh, like, what is this? And she's
Right.
like, it's Bob Dylan. You should really love him and respect it. And apparently, like, there are rumors from the inside that Bob Dylan was just like seeing what he could kind of get away with. Like, he was a marketing master and he
Interesting.
convinced everybody that he was this genius,
Right.
apparently.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well,
but
people
then again,
bought it hook, line, and
Right?
sinker. Yeah.
Bob Dylan is Bob Dylan, right?
Yeah.
But he's
You
Bob
know?
Dylan. I mean, you can't argue
mean-
with the songs are pretty cool. I mean, you listen to, I think of like Knocking on Heaven's Door. I mean, there's so many examples.
You know what makes an artist, for me, in my opinion, is like you're closing your eyes and you hear this voice and
Yeah.
you know that it's him.
Yeah.
That's an artist, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And Bob Dylan is one of the Yoko Ono is another
Absolutely.
one.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But Bob Dylan, I'm not talking about Yoko Ono. Forget Yoko Ono. In my opinion, it's not. That's out of the context. But Bob Dylan was Bob Dylan. You can close your eyes in any song that he sings, and you know for a fact that it's Bob Dylan.
Yeah, there's no question.
Yeah,
It's very distinct. And that is the one thing he has going. And I will say, like, as a singer, you have an advantage if your voice is distinct over
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
else, because again, that carries you. I mean, we had this conversation earlier about Taylor Swift, for instance. I mean, you hear her voice, and not that it's the most distinct voice in the world, but it's a very famous voice, so we all know it. And therefore, it carries itself over any track, any background music that she has playing under her song.
Yeah.
It's Taylor Swift, regardless of how crazy genre shift she does.
Right.
same with Bruce Springsteen. Same thing.
Oh yeah,
You hear Bruce Springsteen, you can have your eyes closed. You know that it's Bruce Springsteen.
That's absolutely
you know,
true.
like,
Yeah.
but it is what it is.
Can I ask
man.
you guys a question?
Sure.
This is like a Rock Dads exclusive. Who is your absolute favorite rock vocalist? Regardless of decade.
Man, that's a tough question.
It's a tough one, right?
That's a tough because I have one that you guys not gotta believe that I actually. But you go ahead.
no, you go first. You go
I'm curious. I'm curious.
You guys gotta say that guy wasn't a rock singer. Rod Stewart.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely rock singer.
Amazing.
Look at the
Absolutely.
He's
voice,
great.
man. That
Such a great
voice
voice.
is such a raspy voice, like that.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Rod Stewart, man. I mean,
And distinct on top
and
of that.
distinct,
Very
exactly.
much.
And he pulled off disco and rock
And
like pop. He kind of did it all.
yeah.
You can
He's
tell
amazing.
me. You can tell
He's
me. Oh,
amazing.
what about Freddie Mercury? Okay, Freddie Mercury is one of my idols. I grew up with Freddie
Right.
Mercury.
Yeah.
But for some reason, Freddie Mercury, his vocal range was from opera to rock.
Yeah.
Completely different from anybody. He's different from
Yeah.
anybody.
He's in his
Yeah.
own class.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
it's different.
But Rod Stewart, right after, for me, in my opinion, Rod Stewart was great, man.
Yeah,
He was
absolutely.
amazing. Like like I've always gravitated to kind of raspier singers for sure. Definitely love Rod Stewart. Bono, I think probably for me. Like I love
Okay.
Bono's voice.
Right on.
And Bryan Adams would be another one.
Yeah,
like just love
absolutely.
their voices. And then it was funny when Bryan Adams did a duet with Rod Stewart and Sting, and they did All for One.
yeah.
Oh my
You
gosh.
remember that one?
But that was Prince of Thieves, right?
I think so.
It-
It was
it's
either that or
Robin
like
Hood
the Three
song.
Musketeers or
Not-
something. or-
Not. Oh yeah, Three Musketeers.
It was one of the two.
It was not Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Right.
Which we talked
Just
about
to
earlier.
clarify. Which would have been awesome
What
too.
about
Yes,
you? What
yes,
do you
indeed.
think about like
For me,
Rockstar?
it's a toss up between Chris Cornell and
Yes, man. Yeah, you know
and
what?
Freddie Mercury. But I think
Nice.
for me, just because like for me, the '90s was my defining era.
Yeah.
it's between him and Sting.
Yeah, right
Really,
on.
like it's but
They're
you
both
know,
phenomenal.
they are.
Chris Cornell,
It's hard to
but
pick
There's so
one,
many
isn't
different
it?
styles, and again, like with Freddie Mercury, he was very much like he could pull it off in musicals.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He could
Yeah.
pull it off in opera.
Absolutely,
He could pull it
yeah.
off in rock and roll. He could pull it off in just about any genre.
Yeah.
Chris Cornell was sort of the quintessential 90s grunge alternative, sort of like depressing rock
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And part of it was his writing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
without the writing, maybe without that sort of
Yeah.
handicap per se, like his vocal was still amazing. I think
Yeah.
a phone just ran out.
Yeah, something went off.
Did it-
But yeah, Chris Cornell was
Chris Cornell,
good,
man. Chris Cornell's my guy.
See the Billie Jean?
Oh my gosh.
Oh
my gosh.
my
What about
God.
what about his what's her name? Nothing Compares.
Yes, yeah. The guy he has an album by himself that I heard the other day. I heard the full album actually. It's just acoustic and him.
You're talking about Chris?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
Oh
a good
my
album.
Gosh,
yeah.
man.
Oh,
That guy
so
was
good.
top notch.
Yeah, man.
Top notch, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for me, it's definitely Chris Cornell.
Chris Cornell.
And Bono's another.
He was a good friend of the guy from Linkin Park.
Yeah, isn't that
Apparently,
crazy?
there's a conspiracy
Yeah, about children. Yeah.
because they're about to release something
Yeah.
about all these people.
What did you think about the Oh no, sorry. It was. I mean, there was also Scott Weiland, who was one of my.
That's
favorites
another one.
Too. Yeah,
I love that guy,
absolutely,
man. That guy was a rock star.
absolutely.
That in bad.
He was what you'd call a what's the lizard that kind of takes upon
A chameleon?
Chameleon. He was a chameleon.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
had David Bowie vibes a little
He had David big
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Oh,
absolutely,
Speaking
yeah.
of David Bowie,
Oh, that's another one.
yeah,
Love
David
David
Bowie
Bowie,
was
man.
like the king.
Yeah.
His influence was on STP. His influence was on Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson was a hardcore swagger jacker
Yeah.
of.
You know that first time that I saw Marilyn Manson was when he released, and I saw them live in Portugal at a festival. When he had the first album that it was a huge,
Sweet
Before
Dreams.
Antichrist.
beautiful people.
Oh yeah.
Dude, for me, it was a concert that was like, wow. It's not because it was like, I know that he's anti-God and stuff like that. I don't know if that was just for marketing.
That was for marketing for sure.
But I went to what that day was actually supposed to be Foo Fighters, and Foo Fighters lost the plane. They lost the flight.
Oh my God.
And we couldn't watch, so they brought a Portuguese band to start like for Marilyn Manson. Foo Fighters at that time they're really small. It was when they started.
The
and
first
stuff.
album, '96,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
But Marilyn Manson was the top notch in Europe, right?
Yeah.
And I remember like there wasn't a show, man. There was like a theater, like it was like a theater. You know, you go to watch this show on the theater.
Yeah.
The guy goes in this like huge skirt and he goes up all like these meters in the air and messed up, cutting himself. He wasn't cutting himself. That was all.
It's all
fucking, man.
theater.
Yeah, but it was so good, man. And like and he's still playing. He's
Oh
still
yeah,
playing.
man. Yeah.
Marilyn Manson.
Do you remember in the late 90s how Marilyn Manson and DC Talk released a song the same week or an album the same week?
Yeah, DC Talk came in at 4th on Billboard.
Right. And then Marilyn Manson was below him, I think it was,
Yeah.
right? And so they had this like there was like a heaven and hell
It
kind of
it
like
was
they
fun.
made a big publicity
and Kiss
stunt
was
about
on that too. Kiss
Really?
so it was Supernatural. I remember this.
Yeah,
hardcore
that's right.
Christian music fan. Supernatural, 1998. They dropped
Yeah.
Supernatural. DC Talk came in at 3 or 4 on Billboard, and then Marilyn Manson was 5, and Kiss was 6. I believe.
So funny.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it was
I remember
interesting
it
to watch
sold
that.
almost gold in that for no, maybe not gold. It was like 86,000 copies in that first week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine like any artist selling 86,000 copies of anything now?
I can't.
No, you can't.
Like it's ridiculous. I mean, maybe the Taylor Swifts of the world might sell that many vinyls.
Yeah, vinyls. Maybe a mix of vinyl and CD.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently CD is back on the rise.
You know what? Yes.
Because we're in the 25-year mark.
Right.
So it's like considered
So
vintage
now that
now.
we removed all the CD players from the cars, now we gotta go back.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
You can still connect a CD player back with Bluetooth, I guess, right?
Yeah, you can.
For some reason, my car still has a CD player. I just found it the other day.
Really?
On the glove compartment, there's a CD player.
No way.
wow.
There
So you
go.
can watch
Mine has one
DVDs
too,
and stuff.
actually.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Like, my daughter was like, "What's that?" I go, You're never gonna understand. So I put on the thing. She's like, "We're watching a movie. That's a DVD. That's a DVD."
Nice.
That's we need this stuff to come back, man. We need the music to go back.
There's always going to be the throwback stuff, right? There's always going to be that element of nostalgia.
Totally.
Right. So
I saw Hilary Duff's new album is being released on vinyl, tape.
is it
CD?
Hilary Duff or is it her alter ego? Which is
No, it's not Lizzie McGuire.
Okay.
It's actually
She just played History in Toronto
Right.
like
Yes, I
last
saw
week or
some
2 weeks
pictures.
ago.
Yeah.
Sold it out.
I
And it was
know.
like minus 37 degrees outside and people lined up for that.
Wow.
Amazing.
That's like my first U2 concert where I had to get tickets in January. It was in Montreal.
Oh, wow.
Awful.
Wait, which album was this?
All That You Can't Leave Behind.
Oh, I love that album.
Yeah.
I
That tour was
love that
amazing.
album. Oh my gosh.
I saw them twice on that tour. I
Wow.
loved it so much.
Did
Yeah.
you see them in Toronto as well?
I saw them in Toronto years later.
Okay.
Yeah. I've seen them. I saw them on the 360 tour in Toronto. It was the
I
first
went
time
to
I saw them
that.
in Toronto.
I
Yeah?
went to that Snow Patrol Open.
Yes,
what the heck,
so
man? What a
good.
weird. So you get this. Rogers. I'm a Rogers consumer.
Right.
Rogers called one of my best friends, and she was behind on her bills.
Okay.
And they were like, "Hey, we're offering you a pair of tickets to U2 on the 360 tour." She hung up because she was behind on her bills, and they texted her saying, "Hey, you hung up or we got disconnected. If we call you back, make sure you answer the call." I got a call. And I'm like, okay, listen, if I get a call, I'm bringing you. We could have had 4 tickets to that.
Oh no.
But we got 2 tickets to see U2 and Snow Patrol at the 360 tour, which apparently
wild.
they didn't make money on until the very last show.
No
Because
way.
that set was so expensive.
I believe
that
it.
whole thing, like it was like such a
Yeah, the
like an
claw.
outer space thing. Yeah, they were spending money. And they had to rent every venue 3 days in advance to set up.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I heard they actually had 3 versions of the stage that they took to different continents. So they had one in Europe, and in North America, and then in, I don't know if it was Asia or something like that, but they basically, it was so much. And then they would have ones, if they were flying overseas, it would already be being set up before they got there and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Right? It was
Exactly. So
such
that's
an
why it
ordeal.
cost so much money, because they had to rent the thing, every
Before.
venue 2-3 days in advance. Right.
Yeah.
So
That
what
was
a great
wild.
show, man. What
Oh
a
my
great
goodness.
show.
So
Oh, man.
amazing.
Hearing One and like Beautiful Day and like all these songs that like just in the flesh.
I know.
Dude, it was surreal.
Live, they're so emotional. Like the thing is, like, I know a lot of people who are like, I don't really like U2. Like, I have a few friends who go, U2, I can't really get into their albums because I find them boring. Like, I've heard this excuse. Like, it's not like they're going, blah, 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 like they're not shredding.
Yeah.
It's simplistic,
Tapping.
but it's really heartfelt rhythms, and it's clever, and it moves enough.
And it's songwriting.
Right?
At the end of the day,
It's
it is
songwriting.
songwriting more so than musicianship per se.
Yeah, totally. And the musician, I mean, you listen to The Edge, and my goodness, like he's quite an interesting guitar
Can you
player.
find a more unique guitarist in
Thank
all of
you.
rock and roll?
Thank you.
Aside from maybe Eddie Van Halen?
I've had
or
so many
maybe-
conversations about this. People get angry when I say this.
He has such an influence, and I used to hate it back in the day.
Right.
Like, because like I didn't love 80s music.
Yeah.
But The Edge really carved his own way throughout all of pop and rock music.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's so unique, and that's the thing. Like, I think once you see them live too, you understand the emotional intensity.
It is beyond the music.
Right? It's way beyond
the music.
Like I a few different tours where they ended specifically actually one, I believe it was the Vertigo tour, if I'm not mistaken. And they ended with 40. And it was Larry Mullen.
That is a psalm,
right?
by the way.
It's a psalm.
Psalm 40.
Yeah, Psalm 40.
Literally Psalm 40, written by David.
Amazing, right?
Yeah.
From the Bible.
Yeah.
And they turned into this song, and they were actually, it's interesting, they were going through this whole period where they were discovering faith, and that's when they wrote that.
Right.
And it was very pivotal to their whole journey, and they actually really realized that this song was so powerful live. First time I noticed it was on their Under a Blood Red Sky tour, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. And then I saw it live at the Vertigo tour, and they ended with it, and everyone was singing along. And then what they did was they removed one band member from the stage at a time. So first Bono left, and then The Edge left, and then
Leaving
Adam,
Larry and Adam?
yes, that's right. And then it was just bass and drums, and then Adam left, and then it was just Larry on the drums doing, his rat-a-tat, tat-tat-tat, like military stuff on the end.
16th notes, yeah.
Right? And everyone's singing, how long? And then he goes, whack. And then the lights go out. And then that's the last thing you hear. And the people would not stop singing this.
I have
I'm telling you,
goosebumps just thinking
for
about
like
this.
20 minutes. And then the auditorium lights went up. People started clearing out. And all the way out of the auditorium, like walking down the levels and out into the street, people were still singing this song. Like it was like beyond whatever church service you've ever been to.
Yeah.
Like God was in the building that night is the best way I can describe it.
It's far beyond the music.
Yeah.
Wow.
100%.
Interesting.
And so that emotional intensity, even when people, like when I say about Bono being like one of my favorite singers that way, like the emotion that he brings to his performances is so deep, and he believes it so
Richly.
wholeheartedly and richly that's why it works and it connects with people. And I think, yes, imperfect vocals, but in the age of everything being perfectly polished, and then it gets to like AI level perfection, aren't we happy to see something a little more raw?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you hear the last U2 album that they released with the 40 songs that they did acoustically?
Yeah.
So, and it was not polished, not tuned. It was acoustic versions.
They called it reimagined. That was the first time I'd heard that term, and everybody has since used that term because, again, these guys are such cutting edge artists.
Yeah.
That people like they use one word and people mimic it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, look at, we talk about Christian music, for instance, right? How much Christian music has mimicked U2.
Yeah.
Like guitar
Praise
parts,
and worship music,
vocals,
the tapping, the
Yeah.
delay,
right? Come on.
Yeah.
Right? That was like a
Absolutely.
whole, that kicked like 25 years of worship into
Delirious.
right? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you look at Delirious. Who were those other bands that were sort of in that era? I don't even remember, but like, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a good. That's a prime
Newsboys,
example.
like that kind of
Newsboys.
thing. Yeah.
Oh goodness, yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Oh man,
Wow.
so much
Yeah. That's
to
good
digest
stuff,
there.
man. Good stuff.
Goodness. So Paul, like, what are your next steps? What do you're promoting this new single, which
Yeah, man. Leave it all behind. Check it out on all platforms. It is featuring Grammy nominated, platinum selling Grits, one of my huge influences, like rap group Grits. Shout out to Koff and Bonafide. And one of my absolute favorite humans, Jasmine Virginia from the band Polarity. This was a dream come true sort of collaborative effort. I mean, I wrote and produced the beat.
Yeah.
And I kind of had spearheaded this whole image of what I wanted to do with the song. It's people are listening to it, on Spotify, Apple. People are
it's
listening
great.
to it. Thank you. And thank you for bringing it to life, man. You mastered it. You brought it to the full volume that I needed it to be.
My pleasure. It was easy. I mean, what's really cool about it is when you sent it to me originally, I think I sent you a note and I said, are you sure you haven't played this for me before? It just has that like familiar ring to it.
That's a cool thing,
right?
man. That's
Which
a cool
is great because
thing.
like they say this about like hit song material. You feel like you've listened to it before, and
Right.
and it just has this something that grips you, and then instantly it almost like maybe it like wedges itself in your subconscious immediately, and then you have this familiarity to it.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's awesome.
very catchy.
I'm very happy with the way it turned out. I'm just hoping that it catches and sort of like Grits has a song called Ooh Ah, My Life Be Like. You've probably heard it on Instagram and TikTok. My life be like ooh.
Yeah.
You've heard that.
I heard
so
that.
they're the rap group that's on my song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, awesome.
So that song is platinum. It is approaching double platinum.
Amazing.
And I'm just hoping that Leave It All Behind kind of follows suit, because like I think it's catchy enough, and you know, like
100%.
who wouldn't mind an extra 10 grand a month USD? You know what I mean? Like,
That's right. Yeah,
it'd be
there
great
you go.
Yeah, of
just,
course.
hey, I don't have to work this month. I can go to Florida for a couple of weeks and just kind of chill. You know what I mean?
preach
Like,
it.
yeah, it'd be cool, right? So,
100%.
that's the goal. The goal is obviously to have it kind of catch on, sort of from a viral standpoint,
Yeah.
and people like
Yeah.
use it for their Instagram videos and for their TikTok videos. Whether like the song is called "Leave It All Behind," and the whole idea that I'm trying to launch is like this sort of when they call it a TikTok trend or Instagram trend.
Yep.
I want it to like apply to your real life. What are you leaving behind? Like, we're in a new year. It's
Right.
2026. Are you leaving eating cake behind? Are you leaving smoking way too many cigarettes behind? Are you leaving drinking, a fifth of vodka behind? All that, like, like, what are you leaving behind? Use that for your video. Use that song for your video. It's Leave It All Behind by the Identity Crisis, featuring Grits and Jasmine, Virginia. And on top of that, my first album is turning 20 next year. So I'm going to be dropping a whole bunch of singles of, like songs from that album.
Great.
And throughout my career, like songs that I've done throughout my career.
Yeah.
And I'm writing new stuff as well. So
Amazing.
that's kind of the plan.
That's awesome.
Obviously, I'll be doing some stuff with you guys. You'll be
Oh,
obviously
yeah.
mastering
Yeah,
some
we
stuff.
should.
Maybe mixing some stuff too.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
This
I'm
guy,
here for
Ben
it.
Pelchat, has some amazing ears. Turbo Zebra, he's got some amazing ears and some amazing sort of like like sensibilities about when it comes to pop music, when it comes to hip hop music, when it comes to like electronic and alt rock. He's got like the ears for it. You know what I mean?
True.
Thanks, Paul.
So, and Vaxxo is like who I just met today. This guy, apparently, we're on the same level. We're on the same wavelengths, man. So we're going to be working on some stuff together as well,
Yeah,
man.
for
So
sure.
100%.
For sure. Thank
I'm
you.
not a dad, but I'm down with the dad rock. I'm not a dad that I know of.
There's still time. There's still time.
Oh boy, I'll live vicariously.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Thanks for coming. It
Oh,
was,
thank you
it
for
was
having
great,
me.
man.
It's
Like,
such an honor and a privilege.
seriously.
Yeah,
It's
appreciate
awesome.
having your.
Yeah, man.
Amazing.
I think we got it.
Yeah, man.
We got it.
Dope.
High five. That's right.
Rock Dad.